You really don't like the channel, I don't think. But, well, that's not even odd for me to be up this early in the morning. You work 2 in the morning. 10 days later, I'm working on this cartoon some more. And 20 days later, I'm working on this cartoon again. It was on the 24th, right? I couldn't even finish this yet. About 10 days later, you're working on this again. Yeah, I know, but trust me, this is going to work out. YouTube. Who would watch stupid shit like this early in the morning anyways? It's Monday, Sunday, and every Monday I don't like watching this crap. Sunday, I want to watch bullshit on TV, I watch it on Sunday, but not on Monday. A, Mila he, Mila who, Mila ha ha. It says NCIS. It doesn't say nothing about TV. No, this is NCIS, not more shit no one want to watch anymore. Okay, new organic shit, more news. Who cares? Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, so you see here. I started hanging out with my father when I was like 5 or 6, so real life, so. I couldn't sleep. Just woke up. So I'm gonna do some work. I don't care, I'm naked. So whatever weather is important to you, trust the News Channel 3 Weather Alert Network to protect and alert you. She has millions in a trust. I need major repairs to the house, but no control over her money. I've been told I have brain damage. It's her damn money. Meet Dr. Phil. Monday at 4 on News Channel 3. A mass shooting in our city creates a desperate call to put more police in schools. All of our classrooms are always on lockdown. The News Channel 3 I team investigates what's holding up police protection. Crisis in the classroom. Monday at 11 on News Channel 3. For everyone. This is the CBS Overnight News. Here in Washington, thank you very much for staying with us. NBA legend Michael Jordan is still one of the world's most famous athletes, and oh, by the way, a global marketing powerhouse. Now, the man who runs Jordan's brand at Nike is revealing a dark secret he kept hidden for decades, even from the superstar himself. YouTube. His name is Reggie Miller. And he's a bitch. He already told us about his personal life. He's an idiot. So I'm gonna start working on this. But the thing is, if I get this done with, I was gonna get this. See, I got like 8 characters or 7 characters to do, and I'm doing pretty good, I think. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty arm done with it now. Don't worry, he's a stunt man. anthem digital control. It's not just about simple operation. It's about command. It's not just about personalization. It's about
That's overkill.
It's all about moments made better.
Looks like Kohler's still around.
Today, I'm going to be reacting to videos I couldn't upload to this channel. Like one time he rammed a car
After
100 miles per hour into a wall. Another video that never got uploaded was a video where we built a city out of bouncy castle. It was insane. We also tried to lay the world's longest domino chain. We visited the 7 wonders of the world and much more. Me and the boys are going to react
when it hit.
and what went wrong. Which video do you want to react to first, Chandler? 100-mile-an-hour car versus wall. That's a good one.
When Tyler was the age.
And in case you're wondering, yes, this was filmed on a closed course with professional supervision. Obviously, Bill tried this at home. This was fun.
Tyler was the age of.
Oh yeah, we could edit green screen. We thought we probably did a green screen. Oh wow, we hit a shark. Oh no, we hit more. Oh wait, I already know Chris is gonna freak out. Chris loves this one. So Chris,
When Tyler was 5.
you got red on this card, you got red on this card, and it boom, same. Look at it, actually works. Kinda. That counts, sort of. Instead of having your parents make you sandwiches, just grab 2 cards and ram them together, and that's how you can make it. Use your parents' cards. And also take the credit card. Now, after all that chaos, it finally came to the time where we rammed this car 100 miles an hour into a wall. He threw a brick on the gas pedal, and there she goes. No one's in the car. She's going. She's climbing. And there you go. The build-up of the entire video to a blurry...
First year.
Right when I saw that camera shot, that's when I went, we're just going to delete that. And that's 100-mile-an-hour car versus wall. But not all videos see scrapped to the storyline. Some videos, they just fall apart. Literally, here's security camera footage of our warehouse. That right there is a giant pit of glue. And we were going to do lastly glue wins a bunch of money. But the glue pit couldn't hold it, and it literally just bust open, which is kind of ironic because you'd think thousands of pounds of glue would stick together. That literally took weeks to clean up. It wasn't fun. The next video that didn't get uploaded is visiting the 7 wonders of the world. What I did is I surprised all my friends with vacations to a random wonder of the world. You went to the pyramids of Egypt. Yeah. And you went to Stonehenge. That's all I was done. Yeah. There. Here went to Machu Picchu. Marcus went to the Grand Canyon. And so on. Oh wow. Whoa. Chandler, we gotta get a comparison. Yeah. This is the guy your girlfriend said you not to worry about. This is you. Yeah.
A minute ago.
So let's start off with you, Chandler. This is you. As the Great Pyramid. You're at the Great Pyramid. This is our tour guide with the umbrella hat. How were the pyramids? They were big. Yeah. Did you on full? This guy took me on it right here. Oh my god. Yeah. We were doing wheelies and stuff. Here's Ty at Niagara Falls. I think he was trying to act like he was reporter. It's been a while since I looked at this footage. Where's Chris? And you're wondering where Chris is, it's because he went to Stonehenge and there's nothing to do there. Look, there's rocks behind it. Literally, just rocks. And it's a wonder of the world. And it's a wonder. I wonder why it's a wonder.
There's like a big old clock.
The wonder I went to was the Roman Colosseum, but when I was flying there, I accidentally left my camera on the plane and I could not find the camera store in freaking Italy. I'm gonna hit you guys with the sign. This video cost around $90,000. This is all the plane tickets, the hotels, the food, all that stuff, $90 grand. And because I left my camera on the plane, and I called the airline.
When Tyler was the age of 5, his dad started seeing him
And the next video we scrapped is Domino. We tried to film
On-
this video 4 times, and all 4 times it didn't work. Let me run you through it. The first time we filmed this video, I got all the boys in the room.
Then-
Whoever made the coolest domino contraption won money. But the problem
Then
was
on-
I kept laying dominoes, and it wasn't that good. So I gave them
Then
3
on-
days to build stuff, and all they could build was an ice on a creeper. Whatever. That was 7,000 dominoes. That took a long time. Yeah, that did 3 days. Wait. So then the next week, we tried to lay the world's longest domino chain. This is us laying dominoes, and we were dead set on trying to lay the longest domino chain ever. The weights kept knocking it down, so we ended up laying them on their sides. It sounds good on paper, breaking the world's longest domino chain, but what we quickly realized is it's boring as crap to watch people lay dominoes for 15 minutes. All these scrap videos are from months ago. Obviously, none of these are recent. What is this video? Here's a
20
This is all-
20 years later.
That's a big boy. We were dedicated. And Chandler, he's not heated over, but, you know, we kept going every time. About Chandler. I wonder why the video didn't get up with it. We're getting bored watching it. Yeah, for some reason, we thought we'd be able to lay a domino chain on the side of the road and break the world record that way. But no. Once we realized that,
Later, 20 years later.
why not? This is the chain that didn't work. You know, this is the chain. No, this is so boring. I mean, you can clearly see why we scrapped this video. The domino chain might have seemed a little lame, but we had it close to yeah, we literally laid all this domino artwork at the end as like a finale of the video. But that YouTube, that is like forever. That's pretty satisfying. That's really satisfying. Okay. None of what we laid worked. We have to constantly go in and knock more dominoes over. It was a disaster, okay? We're not good at laying dominoes. You know how much those dominoes cost? How much? Like 70 grand. Because I got it, pay for it. The next video I scrapped was where I wanted to get a couple dogs the best month of their life. What I did was I got a barn and I renovated it. It looks like a doggy wonderland. I even built a giant fence out back. I got the dogs unlimited food, unlimited.
Works.
What better way than to run 6 marathons in 6 weeks?
Bubba Wallace now, officially the winner of Talladega. History made once again.
Still.
You made it big.
Now you make it bigger with JumpSnap, a tech company that launches top creators to the top of their game.
Where you started has nothing. You can go. JumpSnap. Go bigger.
Talladega Superspeedway has been shrouded in controversy for longer than most race fans today have been alive. You may think this all started in the late 80s with the introduction of restrictor plates and pack racing, which led to the inevitable Big One accidents, making drivers and owners alike livid to no end. Some say it goes back even further, to the 1800s, when the Native Americans who lived in this place were pushed out by the U.S. Army during the Trail of Tears, and the natives cursed this land as they left. These stories notwithstanding, the most well-documented story behind Talladega's troubled past goes back to the very first race in September of 1969. What ensues is a tale of Baptists in the United States Department of Defense and opportunities lost, of tire wars and tire failures, of greed and deceit, of workers' rights and of unions. This was the very first race ever in Talladega Superspeedway, and it was the worst race in NASCAR history.
If you want, I hope they told it was big. But if you look at that track, it looks like a good Daytona inside. It's pretty horrifying. It's like the guy's been out there running on something. This car can be in the race. You can grab somebody else. Let's face it, I won the race, no doubt about it. And when you said that to me, they were just behind me, punched him in the face, and knocked him down.
In order to tell this story, we're going to have to go back, like way back, like all the way to the beginning. This is Talladega Superspeedway, circa 1949. At this point, it isn't a speedway at all. This is Anniston Air Force Base in the small town of Anniston, Talladega County, Alabama. Originally opened in 1942 as a training school for the United States Army Air Corps during World War II, the post-war years for Anniston Air Base have not been kind. By the time the 1960s roll around, the airfields have fallen into disrepair. But the U.S. Army still needs it because the Vietnam War is gearing up and they need to run ammo from the Anniston Army Depot out to the West Coast. However, the city of Anniston and Talladega County can't afford it. They don't have the money and they don't have the manpower. Enter Big Bill France Sr., CEO of NASCAR, who is looking to build the biggest, baddest track in the world in South Carolina. There are a few stories surrounding the original idea of the biggest, baddest speedway being built. Some say it's supposed to be built in Raleigh. People say somewhere in South Georgia, but to me this one makes the most sense, and it is the one that has been the most popular of the years. Big Bill France wants to build a new track and wants it to be even bigger and better than Daytona. So he makes the track just a little bit steeper, the track just a little bit wider, and the length just a little bit longer. His target, halfway between the existing tracks of Charlotte Motor Speedway and Atlanta Raceway. In Greenville, South Carolina is the perfect spot. It's right dead center in the middle. Just one hiccup with this master plan. South Carolina has blue laws on the books at this time. If you don't know what a blue law is, then good for you. You live in a sensible part of the country. Blue laws are essentially laws passed in heavily Baptist areas that pertain to what kind of activities you can do and not do during the Sabbath. And for Baptists, that is every Sunday of the year. Some of these blue laws are actually still in the books today. Like in some counties in South Carolina, you can't buy beer on Sunday. And to this day, every liquor store in South Carolina is closed on Sundays. But back in the 1960s, they were a lot more all-encompassing. In some places, you couldn't open any kind of business on Sunday. And in most places, you couldn't hold a social or a sporting event on Sunday back then. And that was a statewide law, not just limited to counties. Bill France tries to petition the state legislature.
I go to jail.
I'd
be fishing.
But to no avail. They're not budging. If you're wondering then how the Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway ever became a thing, well, that was because back in the day, they used to run the 500 not on the weekend of Labor Day, but on Labor Day itself, on Monday. So Big Bill France packs up his stuff and goes out to live elsewhere. Yep, South Carolina misses out on the biggest, baddest speedway on the planet being built in their state because of damn Baptists. I could have had the craziest speedway in America built in my backyard, but nope, that didn't happen thanks to these churches. Yet another reason to hate the Baptist church. Just, God, I hate Baptists so much. Doing everything down here.
Okay, so Armin.
Well, he needs his track to be near some major markets, southern cities.
The office Armin runs.
He also needs a track to be near an interstate, like within 10 miles. Scout of his comes through for midway between Atlanta and Birmingham. Interstate 20 is being built, and right next to it, Anniston Air Force Base. All that nice flat ground right around it. Big Bill agrees with the Department of Defense to pay new runways so long as he can have the old ones. They in the city
The office.
sell the land to Big Bill France on very favorable terms. Everyone wins. Big Bill France gets his land. Anniston doesn't have to worry
The
about
army.
it.
The office that Armin
And the army can still run in on the depot.
has his.
It's a little too perfect.
The office Armin has.
France hires the same contractors who built I-20 to build this track. Construction has very few hangups and get completed on time, but by design, the completion date runs up dangerously close to opening weekend.
Is
Executive suites for VIPs and corporate sponsors. Those are just open-air rooms with tables made from pieces of plywood over sawhorses. The patrons of those suites have to wear earplugs on opening weekend.
the
Invitational testing runs, forget about it. The first tests are done on Wednesday, week of shows, just 5 days before race. All the drivers pour into the track that Wednesday, and they're impressed. Talladega is only 0.16 miles longer than Daytona and 12 feet wider, but it feels way more massive than that. They're in shock but excited. They can't wait for this. However, the first guys out on the track report some handling problems. Okay, fine, no biggie. They're using Daytona setups, and this track's a little bit different, so they just need to make some adjustments. They come back to the garage, and for just a few laps at full speed, and this is what their tires look like. They're shredded. The track might as well have been paved with cheese graters. Other drivers report the same problem. No matter the car, no matter the tire manufacturer, will have the same issue with that tires.
what's fucking. The office and company of Harmon's office and company is in the same office as IMP. Let's do that.
Anyone can find the cause of these symptoms and get a more accurate treatment. Anytime.
That commercial's stupid.
anywhere, right away.
Now, at that time, NASCAR was in the midst of a full-blown tire war between Goodyear and Firestone. Chances are, if you're a NASCAR fan watching this video, you can't remember the last tire war in NASCAR. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Armin?
Tire war is a horrible thing for any
Harmon's
sanctioning body,
company?
so I'm not even sure why they let them have it in the first place. Basically, the sanctioning body, in this case NASCAR, decides they don't like how much money their tire manufacturer is putting up to be exclusive manufacturer in the sport. So NASCAR goes shopping and finds Firestone to put up a considerable sum to compete against Goodyear in NASCAR. NASCAR teams sign contracts with different tire makers, so you have Goodyear teams versus Firestone teams, and that sounds good, right? Competition is great, right? Well, not in this instance. The free market can fix most things, but this is not one of them. In order to get an edge over the competition, the manufacturers run up against the razor's edge of safety. A softer tire is more grippy and
Armin's office and CO is in the same
pretty much head-on impacts with the walls at harsh angles. Plenty of drivers up to this point have died in accidents that look a lot like this, and injuries are commonplace in NASCAR in 1969. Nobody wants this, but when winning is on the line against safety, typically winning takes priority. That's just how people are. The last tire war in NASCAR was
in the same
Goodyear versus
in the same
tire failures were rampant in those years and led to many driver injuries and hospitalizations. Eventually, NASCAR learned its lesson, and there has not been another tire war since. But this is 1969, and those lessons are being learned in the heat of the moment, here and now, at opening weekend.
Same building.
At the biggest, baddest speedway on the planet. The two tire makers fly in harder compounds overnight. From their
Same building of
Thursday comes around, and there's still no progress. The tires aren't getting any better. They're still getting shredded to ribbons. Finally, Friday morning comes around, and the drivers have had it. Neither manufacturer can come up with a tire that can handle the stress of 2-ton stock car bodies traveling at 190 miles per hour in the 33-degree banks. And that day, Firestone backs out. No driver will get injured or die. Contracts and allow teams to whatever tire they want. Goodyear, however, they can weather the storm. They will win the tire war and be the undisputed tire maker for NASCAR for years to come. They figure that hitting PR from potential accidents is worth it to be the top dog in NASCAR's top series. As the day goes on, the Goodyear tires aren't faring any better where the
oh shit, who's it? How is it ripping?
The newly formed Professional Drivers Association cut them out. Just mere weeks before the events of this race, the Professional Drivers Association, or PDA for short, is a cooperative of drivers who want a better broadcasting rights, pension program, and healthcare benefits. Now that sounds a bit like a union, but it's totally different. The PDA makes sure of this as they never called themselves a union. Besides, they're not a union at all anyway. A normal union of professional athletes like the NFL players, NFLPA, uses collective bargaining to fight for things like salary increases, healthcare benefits, pension programs, and organized strikes.
Okay, Armin's done with, so finish it more the sticker.
Salary increases, healthcare benefits, pension programs, and organized strikes as union. Okay. It might be a union, but still the PDA never refers to itself as such due to two reasons. One, union culture is pretty much unheard of in the South at this time, and even if the drivers were on board with unionizing,